This just in! New England Patriots head coach Bill Belichick has just reported that his 3 Super Bowl rings are missing last night after his return home to his residence in Black Rock. We now go live to Hingham, Massachusetts with Richard Wood covering the story live. Richard covered a story of the Patriots dynasty back in 2006 with the franchise and became close with Mr. Belichick. Richard?
Thanks, Jack. I'm Mr. Belichick with us, standing outside his home, the site of the crime. Mr. Belichick, can you please explain to us how this might have happened?
Well, it's good to see you again, Richard. Finally back from Texas, I see.
Good to see you too, Bill. So how did this all happen?
Well, not really sure where to start. I think, first of all, go back to when he was here.
Can you remember any specific details?
Well, I left my home on the morning of June 4th to scout some prospects across the country. I was away for 9 days and returned this morning to find my front door bashed in and my 3 Super Bowl rings missing. However, the crook did leave behind some clues which may be helpful to break open this case. Also, the last few head coaches of the Jets have seemed jealous of my recent success and may have some motive behind stealing my rings.
Which coaches do you believe could have stolen your rings, Bill? I believe that the crook may have been either Herm Edwards, the Jets coach when we won all 3 Super Bowls, Rex Ryan, my arch nemesis, or possibly Peyton Manning. Then again, this is all speculation. There you have it, folks. Straight from Belichick himself. Back to you, Jack.
Tune in tomorrow night to find out more and hopefully discover details surrounding the date of this atrocity. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I've recently received information that a search team has been compiled to solve this murky mystery. Lead detective and ex-Navy SEAL and former Army General Sean Green is heading the search investigation. We now go live to Green and Pershing Private Detective Agency to find out more. Why, hello there, Richard. Yes, this Rolex was a gift. It matches yours, thanks for asking. It is true that myself and trainee Pershing are heading the search investigation regarding the case of the missing rings. We are doing everything possible to find the culprit. I have to head out. Goodbye.
Thanks, Detective, and good luck. Back to you, Jack.
Recently released pictures from the crime scene are now being revealed to the public. We now go live to Black Rock with Richard to interview some of the witnesses. Richard?
Thanks, Jack. With us now we have Bill's gardener, Mr. Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez, can you tell us what you saw that night on June 7th?
June 7th. Oh yeah, that date sounds right. But I remember hearing a loud thud followed almost immediately by the sound of breaking glass. By the time I got to the window, the white man was pulling away.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Hernandez. Back to you, Jack.
Now back to the detectives who are with Richard inside the news van, who seem to have groundbreaking information. Richard?
Thanks, Jack. With me now is Trainee Pershing. What new information do you have to report, Trainee?
Well, Richard, we have learned that the crook knew the code to the safe for the rings because the safe was cleanly cracked. Maybe an inside job. Also, Rex Ryan refuses to answer our calls and declines to meet with us in person.
Alright, well, obviously I knew, these questions, this question's coming and things. It's, this is a personal matter, and I'm not going to discuss it.
More recently, we have learned that both Peyton Manning and Herm Edwards, top suspects of committing the crime, were in California working at a football camp while the crime was committed, thus eliminating them from the list of possible criminals.
Interesting work, Detective. Any more information?
Well, yes. It appears that other witnesses of the crime refuse to speak. Perhaps they are being bribed. Because of this, the case is being slowed down.
Very well then. Thanks for your time.
Welcome back, viewers. We now go live to Richard, who is inside the Patriots training facility. Richard?
Thanks, Jack. With us live, we have Mr. Belichick, who appears to have some juicy information. Bill? Yes, Richard. It appears that the culprit left an empty roll of film in the bushes. Oh, okay. Thanks for your time, Bill. The roll of film was most likely used by the culprit to map out the residence of Mr. Belichick, along with the security outposts in the Black Rock area. Back to you, Jack.
We now go to the detective agency where we are live with Detective Pershing. Pershing?
Thanks, Jack. Unfortunately, Detective Green decided to resign today because of speculation regarding the legitimacy of the operation. I am now heading the investigation. Fortunately, we have received new photos from the crime scene. Perhaps Detective Green was deeper in this case than we would have liked. Well, Pershing, it seems that progress is being made nevertheless. Thanks as always.
Thank you, Detective Pershing. Tune in tomorrow to find out more. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We go live to Richard, who is with Mr. Belichick. Unfortunately, the news van is at the repair shop after sustaining minor control issues. Richard?
Thank you very much. We're outside the Patriot locker room with Coach Bill Belichick. Coach, you haven't had this feeling for a long time. How would you describe it?
Not a very good one. We're disappointed.
This mystery seems too thick to handle. And Mr. Belichick, the rest of the public, and I are truly stumped. Perhaps we should put this one to rest.
Skirted the outskirts of the building, and now he's back on the streets. This guy's dangerous.
Yeah, unpredictable, but clearly, as that we're saying on the scanners, knows this area pretty well.
He's up on the sidewalk. Here he goes, coming around the bend there.
Oh my God!
Look at this.
Oh man! Oh man! Can you imagine walking along that sidewalk and seeing this car come?
Nobody was.
My goodness!
That's the whole thing. That's why I don't want to stop this guy. He's in a neighborhood now, and we often talk about these guys going back to where they know what they're familiar with, because they know the streets and they can kind of circumnavigate around, and they think that'll get them away. They never do.